We do not charge any money from any child. Till today, we have not charged any money, and it is all going free of cost and without any grant from the government of India. The fourth day, they told us that they are Mr. Prem Puri and his wife Kamesh Puri, who has come from USA, that he made up his mind to help us out to start a school with his finances. So that was the beginning of a beautiful association. I would like to add that this is the only NGO in India which has won 2 awards by the President of India as the best NGO in India in child care and the best NGO in India in special education to the deaf and blind children. There is not a bigger award than this anywhere. Well, it's a very amazing story. The start of these schools. It so happened that many years back in 1967, my father was going for a morning walk, and there was a canal running beside our house, and he found two blind children sitting on the canal. He stopped talking to them and asked them, "What are you doing here?" So they told my father that they have come from a nearby village and they would like to find a school and a place to stay. So my father forgot about the walk and held their hand and took them home and gave them a room to stay over there. And after that, he started looking for a school for the blind. He went around all over North India but could not find one school for the blind children. So he decided that he will start his own school for the blind children where these children can be educated. And that was the beginning of these two schools. And I would also like to mention that these two students who came as a small child, they spent all their life in this school. And after about only 2 years back, they all passed away while they were staying in the school with us. And later on, they all graduated and they became teachers in the school and dedicated all their life to this place. So that was the amazing start of this dream, which all came by itself, by chance. It was functioning in Patiala city for many years. For 42 years, it was functioning over there from a building given by my father. And when he was getting old, he told me to quit my job in the army. I had a bright future in the army, and he told me to take retirement and come and help him and take over the school and the other NGOs. So it took me about a year to decide, and I ultimately decided to quit and come and take over the reins of the school and the other NGOs. So this was my beginning of my acquaintances with the schools. In 1992, I joined these schools as a novice. I had no knowledge about it, but gradually I have gained confidence, and I have been here ever since then, working for these children. It was my dream and vision which I wanted to make realize. I wanted these, my thinking was that if I have been educated in a good public school, my children are going to the best schools of Patiala. So I had that spirit in me to make all efforts to give these children one of the best schools in India. And that dream materialized sometime in second week of April, when from this village one gentleman, Mr. Karaminder Singh, he came and donated us 4,000 square yards of land in this area. So we were so glad. But then we again started dreaming about the funds for this school. Again, God helped us, and in second week of January 2005, a gentleman and a lady came to our schools in the morning around at 9:30, and they wanted to see the school. Myself and the principal Renu Singla were there. We took them around the school. They were happy to see it, and they had a cup of tea and they left. Second day again it was repeated. Third day again it was repeated. They came in the evening also. They came at odd hours also to see what's happening in the school. And finally, on the fourth day, they told us that they are Mr. Prem Puri and his wife Kamlesh Puri, who has come from USA, and they wanted to buy land to buy their own school. But perchance, as they were passing in the car, they saw the board of the school and they decided to come here. And what Premji has told me is that just when he entered the office and he met me and Renu, and we exchanged some pleasantries, that he made up his mind to help us out to start a school with his finances. So that was the beginning of a beautiful association, which is an everlasting association and continuing still now with his family and his grandchildren. He gave us a check of $25,000. $75,000 he sent us as soon as he reached USA, and we started the construction in the year 2006. And I kept on visualizing what the school should be like, and with God's grace and the help of friends, I think it has become a landmark in India, this institution. And this institution is now recognized internationally, not only in India but all over the world. This school is known to be one of the best educational institutions in India. These schools are from pre-nursery to class 12. They are co-educational, they are residential, they are affiliated to the Punjab State Education Board, and we provide proper special education to all these children. All our staff is well educated. They are all special educators who are specialists in their own field, and we have enough accommodation and infrastructure to have all the schools and meet all the requirements of all the children. Along with that, we have created a large infrastructure for sports grounds, sports fields, for their computer classes, for their libraries, for their workshops, for their art and craft training, and so many other activities which keep on taking place in the schools. So that in nutshell is a small story of how these schools started and where we have reached now. Well, our needs are very many. I must also tell you that since the inception of school, these schools are providing totally free education to all the children. We do not charge any money from any child. Till today, we have not charged any money, and it is all going free of cost and without any grant from the Government of India. The first grant from Government of India came to us in our 51st year of existence with a small sum of rupees 1,19,000 which we received from the Government of India. And thereafter we have been sending the applications every year, and we've been getting since then about 20 to 25% of our total expenditure from the government. Remaining we all still raise with our own efforts or with the efforts of our donors, I would say. Since the last 2 years, we have received only rupees 50 lakh from the Government of India, and the remaining balance is all pending with the government. Or I would also like to bring out that our expenditure is massive. We spend about 3.5 to 4 crore rupees every year. on the upkeep of the school, of the building, on their hostel, on their accommodation, on their rations, on their books, stationery, uniforms, everything. Because each and every item which is used by the children is provided by us free to the students. But it's an amazing phenomena as to how we manage these finances. I would say that we only look up to God, and He keeps on sending the donors and the like minded people who have faith in our ability, who have faith in our system to come and give us large amount of donations to run and manage these schools. And I would dare say that whenever we are short of any funds and all, we only look up to Him, and somebody or the other is always there the next day to help us out. And that is the way we run these and manage the schools. Even as on today, we are doing it on the same lines and or on the same pattern. And we have a very large base of donors who keep on asking us, who keep on helping us out with all our needs. Our needs are plenty. Our difficulties are extraordinary with these deaf children, blind children, and deaf blind children all staying together. About 450 children who are deaf blind, all staying together. Grown up boys and girls we have, which is a very major challenge for us. But our administration, our staff is so perfect in their job. They have been so well trained, they are being looked after so that we all manage as a good big family. That is the atmosphere which we have created, and that's why everything is running absolutely fine and smoothly in this institution. Needs can be very big also, and some of them small needs. What we immediately need that to reduce our expenses and expenditure, we need two types of solar projects. The first project is the solar steam cooking project for cooking food. Our monthly expenditure on cooking gas is between 75 to 80,000 rupees per month. And similarly for the electricity, the same amount of money we spend every month. So we would like to also have a solar electrification project in place so that our this monthly cash outflow is restricted. So we are on the lookout for sponsors to do that. Each of these projects will cost about 25 to 30 lakh Indian rupees. In addition to that, we have our requirements like to improve the education standards, some overhead LCD projectors, some large screen TV sets for their education. And we also want to convert each and every classroom into a smart classroom. 12 of our classrooms are already smart classrooms, but we need another about 20 sets of this equipment and accessible technology to make all the rooms as smart classrooms. We would like to shift our education system from the present bookish knowledge to a system of the Western knowledge, what they're doing, by teaching them mainly on the computers and through the screens, because the deaf children, they understand better in that way. I would also say that there are a lot of assistive technology items available all over the world for the blind children. We have got a very well equipped library here, and the assistive technology has got some of the very latest equipment which our blind students are using. But there are some items which are coming into the market. One is eSight. eSight is a sort of a specs which is worn by the low vision blind children. With the help of that, they are able to see. This each eSight costs about 6,000 US dollars, and I'm in the process of ordering these from United States for to see as on an experiment basis as to how it is going to help our blind children. The orders has been already placed by me, and we hope that the consignment will come soon. Some musical instruments we need for the blind students. In the blind school, we lay a lot of stress on music because this is one activity which keeps them engrossed and gives them inner strength and also an outlet to express their sentiments and their talent which they have. We need some modern instruments which we are lacking and would like to have those. Some equipment items for the like bed sheets and pillow slips and all for the girls hostel, for the boys hostel, because we have a strength of about 360 students staying in the hostel and we have to cater to all their needs in the hostel. Some sewing machines for our project of stitching and tailoring, which is already going. We have some vocational training trades also which are going, which we want to modernize, but because of the lack of finances, we have not been able to modernize those. Our blind children, they often keep on going to the nearest government school for some odd work, and we need some sort of e-rickshaw here in the school for their dues to go to the Punjabi University. Presently, they're all walking down, which is about kilometer and a half from here. So these are some of our needs. In addition to that, we have a large amount of requirement of daily rations, which are consumed in the hostel, which we keep on managing on our own. Similarly, since we uh, provide each and every item to these children. So for all those items, what we need is financial help and financial sponsorship, which we need for these things. There are two reasons for that. One is that Government of India has laid down a scale of their salary. In India, their salary is known as honoraria, not salary, and we give this honoraria to them. In my school here, we pay them the honoraria much more than the Government of India scales, but still it's too low, and it is we can't find good teachers in India because of this low pay band with which we need a lot of finances to keep their morale high and also to help them to go for higher education, which with the present salary setup, they cannot improve their education standard. And our children are doing very well in sports. We have our children, deaf and blind children, they have participated in the Special Olympics for the deaf and for the blind, and they have been winning gold medals, silver medals in those events. Recently, one of our deaf boys, he won the gold medal in the World Deaf Olympics, which was held in Brazil in May this year. And another boy, he won a bronze medal in high jump. And our students are extremely good and we make them very creative. Our system of education is not based only on books, but it is to make them develop their personality all round. In India, when we face this problem is primarily because our most of the intake of admissions is from the rural areas. And in the rural areas in India, the saying goes that these children are born to those parents who have done something wrong in their previous birth. So they just want to discard their children and leave them in this school to be looked after by us. That is the mindset of these parents. These parents, they don't learn the sign language of the children. They cannot communicate with these children. You will be surprised to know that during vacations, these children do not want to go home because here they are so happy. At home, there's no one to converse with them. So these are some of the issues we are trying to tackle on a social platform, but it will take a long time for all these changes to be made. And I would also like to add that this is the only NGO in India which has won 2 awards by the President of India as the best NGO in India in child care and the best NGO in India in special education to the deaf and blind children. There is not a bigger award than this anywhere.